My family, King Charles, has a message to Prince Harry. On the front page of the Sun tabloid owned by Rupert Murdoch, it reads, and I quote, "I won't be emotionally blackmailed by Harry. King defiant on book row." On the front page of the Sun tabloid is a message from Charles to Prince Harry. Charles is painting himself as the victim in all this, while Harry is painted as the one who is on the wrong, who has done something wrong. My family, which is not the case. Which is not the case. You know? And my family, basically, I want to read you exactly Charles' message to Prince Harry and the lies that is spreading about Prince Harry. My family, here is what my family, Charles, is saying. That he, Charles, refuses to be emotionally blackmailed by his own son. And he accuses Harry of using his kids in family feud. No, let me get this straight. It is Charles and Kim Wotton who have conversations expressing concerns about Archie's skin color. But somehow it's Harry's fault. Somehow Harry is the one who is doing something wrong by speaking about what happened, what went on behind the scenes, and those concerns that senior members of the royal family had about Archie's skin color. But somehow it's Harry's fault. Somehow the story has been twisted to portray Charles as the one who is the victim in all this. That he is being emotionally blackmailed by Prince Harry. My family, I have a question. What would Charles know about having emotions? My family, if Charles can defy even the late Queen's wishes, his own mother's wishes, whereby it has been revealed that the Queen wanted for Harry and Meghan to have effective security, protecting them, guarding them. If Charles can defy the Queen's orders, if Charles himself, when the Queen said through a statement that she would like Camilla to become the Queen consort, can defy the Queen's wishes, can defy the Queen's orders, what would he know about emotions? What would he know about feelings if he doesn't even respect his own mother's wishes? His own mother's wishes. What does he know about emotions? I doubt that anyone can emotionally blackmail Charles. I highly, highly doubt it, my family. I highly, highly doubt it. You know? Because that guy strikes me as someone who simply doesn't care about Harry, Meghan, Archie, LILIBET. Someone who ensured his own son was stripped of his security, knowing fully well of the threats that Harry and Meghan were facing from extremists, from the media who are harassing and hounding them on the orders of senior members of the royal family. How can anyone emotionally blackmail someone like that? Someone who can actually strip his own son off of his security. How can anyone emotionally blackmail someone who signed off on a 12-month-long press assault after Harry and Meghan stepped back as senior members of the royal family? How can that kind of person be emotionally blackmailed? My family, that's a question I'm posing to you. You know? It's a question I'm posing to you. Because from Charles' own actions, I can see this guy, he doesn't care about Harry, Meghan, Archie, Lilibet. Meghan's own words in the Oprah interview were that, I know you don't care about me or Archie. Just keep my husband safe. That is fine. Just keep my husband safe. Charles would not even take his own son's phone call. When Harry was stripped of his security, he tried calling Charles to ask for help, to ask for assistance. Charles would not answer his own son's phone call. So how can anyone emotionally blackmail Charles? How? King Charles put his own coronation on the same day as Archie's birthday because he wanted every single year, instead of people or the world talking about Archie's birthday, they speak about the day he was coronated as king. How can you emotionally blackmail that person who clearly doesn't care about Archie or even about Lilibet Diana? He doesn't care. King Charles evicted Harry, Meghan, Archie, Lilibet from their only UK home. My family, you tell me, how can Charles accuse Harry of emotional blackmail? Really? After everything that Charles has done to show he doesn't care about Harry's family, about Meghan, about Archie, about Lilibet, you tell me yourself, can that person be emotionally blackmailed? Once again, what we are seeing is Charles painting himself as the victim in all this after being exposed as the senior member of the royal family who had concerns about Archie's skin color. He and Kim Wotton have been exposed. Both of them. And now Charles is painting himself as the victim of Prince Harry. That he is being emotionally blackmailed by Harry. That Charles is being emotionally blackmailed by Harry. A bunch of lies. A bunch of lies, my family. Hear what my family is being said kindly. My family, King Charles, is refusing to let himself be emotionally blackmailed by Prince Harry over the royal race row scandal. The Sun tabloid owned by Murdoch can reveal. The Dutch version of Omis Kobi's memoir Endgame named King Charles as one of two royals accused of having concerns about the color of Archie's skin. My family my family is very interesting. The Sun tabloid says that Buckingham Palace has refused to comment on the drama and that Harry and Meghan also have remained silent. But sources close to King Charles say that he was not concerned by his name appearing in the Dutch version and remains full of energy. So my family, you're saying the Buckingham Palace refuses to comment. However, sources close to Charles are talking. Maybe this stuff would work if Prince Harry had not revealed how my family, UK media, and the palace, this sick, unethical, immoral, contract and relationship they have with each other. Whereby the palace briefs a correspondent about a story. At the end, they write, Buckingham Palace refused to comment, declined to comment, and then the entire story clearly is the palace commenting on behalf of Charles. Otherwise, why else would my family, how Charles is apparently feeling, end up on the front page of the Sun tabloid, whereby he continues to use his own son as his personal scapegoat, whereby Charles prefers UK media smear his son and paint him as the victim in all this. Charles has never ever been the victim in all this. It is Harry and Meghan who are forced to flee Britain. They're the ones who are the victims in all this. Harry and Meghan, they're the ones who lost a child, a baby, their unborn child. Because my family, the royal family, are working with UK media to destroy Harry and Meghan, and they lost a child. Harry and Meghan are the victims in all this, not Charles. Not Charles, as he is trying to paint himself as the victim. And my family, his actions make me sick. Will he ever learn how to be a good father? Can he just learn to be a father? You know? Can he just learn to be a father? A good father to Prince Harry? You know, one of the reasons as to why I feel sad about this is because my family, on the other hand, you see how Harry loves his father. However, on the other hand, you see Charles here basically briefing against Harry to the UK media to paint him in a negative light. You know, I feel bad for Harry because I know he loves his father. But sadly, the feeling isn't mutual. King Charles does not feel the same way. Because how can anyone stand there, sit there, and watch as my family, their son, your child, is being smeared on a daily basis to try and destroy his reputation? But you won't even lift a finger to condemn the abuse towards your son. You know, my family, King Charles can say, you know what, I miss Archie, I miss Lilibet, you know, I miss Harry, you know, when are we going to mend this rift? He can say that as many times as he wants to. But my family, this guy is showing he has never cared about Harry, Meghan, Archie, Lilibet. He only cares for Harry if he can use Harry, if he can use him. If he can't use him, my family, you see exactly what he feels about Harry. That guy is someone who truly doesn't know what love is. He doesn't know what love is, my family. You know, now I understand why when he was asked years ago by a reporter about, you know, if he and Diana were in love, you know, about my family, the so-called love, Charles said, whatever love means, whatever love is, this guy doesn't know what love means. He doesn't know what love means. He has no idea what love is. You know, clearly, he only loves himself, maybe Camilla, and also money, my family. Based on the scandals of Charles, we can see he can never ever refuse anyone who offers him a buck. So my family, you know, at least now we know what Charles truly loves. And sadly, that isn't his own son, Prince Harry, or his son's family. And it is so sad, because the person that I feel sorry for is Prince Harry. Because I know how he loves his father. How he, in his memoir spare, he says, and I quote, I did not relish losing a second parent. My family, Harry said that. That's a son who loves his father. And the thing is, I understand him. I understand him. But sadly, to see how Charles treats his own son, my family, so appallingly, it is just so sad to see. It is sad to see. You know? Charles has told his friends that he will not be emotionally blackmailed by his own son after he says that Harry is using his children in his ongoing battle with the royal family. My family, Harry has never ever used his kids. My family. He has never ever used his kids in this so-called battle with the royal family. The one thing that Harry has done is protect his kids, protect his family, to the anger, making you can be angry at him, angry towards him. As I've said a couple of months ago, a carnival of so-called experts said, Prince Harry, if you give us access to your kids, you will gain much favor with UK media. Harry has never ever done that, despite being smeared on a daily basis for years now. Despite he and Meghan being smeared on a daily basis, Harry has never ever handed over his kids to the UK media, giving them access to his kids. Harry has never ever done that. So my family, Harry has never ever used his kids to score some PR points. Harry has pleaded on behalf of his kids. Harry has fought for the birthright of his kids. Remember, after the Queen passed away, right then and there, they were supposed to be styled as Prince and Princess right then and there. My family. But it took months before that even happened, until Harry and Meghan, on Lilibet's christening, recognized Lilibet and Archie as Prince and Princess. Then and only then did the palace the palace update their website to reflect Archie and Lily's new titles. My family, it took months. It took months. However, for William and his kids, the moment the Queen passed away, William was called the Prince of Wales immediately. And the palace website was updated immediately. For Archie and Lilibet, it took months. So my family, how can you emotionally blackmail Charles using your kids? How can Harry do that? Charles doesn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't. My family, he clearly doesn't care. And my family, here is what also is being said. That apparently, they're talking about that so-called invitation to Sandringham, my family, for Christmas. And they are saying that Harry and Meghan made everyone aware that they would accept an invite from the king to spend Christmas at Sandringham this year. My family, they are saying everyone was made aware. Whereas Harry or Meghan said anything about attending Christmas at Sandringham. Please, if anyone has a video of Harry and Meghan saying they would like to spend Christmas at Sandringham, please kindly share that with me. I'm begging you. Share that with me. My family. Because my family, there's no evidence of that. And Harry and Meghan don't speak through sources. Unlike senior members of the royal family who have an invisible contract with the media. They brief them. They leak stories to the media. Harry told us the palace would brief a correspondent, my family. And then that so-called royal expert says, Buckingham Palace declined to comment on this story. In my family, the entire story is Buckingham Palace commenting. Harry told us what they normally do. Harry told us their use of dark arts. How they conduct their affairs. Harry told us. So my family, we know for a fact how the royal family and UK media operate. And this story has been briefed by the palace to the media. You and I haven't seen Harry and Meghan saying, you know what, we are going to Sandringham for Christmas. My family, to me, if it doesn't come from Harry and Meghan, then my family, I believe that it's just a bunch of lies being spread by the palace and the UK media, who just want Harry and Meghan to offer themselves up to be abused and exploited by the media. That way, UK media can have something to write. You know? My family. Also, they are saying that Omiko's book also alleged that Harry called his father after being evicted from Promo Cottage to plead, "Don't you want to see your grandkids?" My family, King Charles doesn't care. King Charles doesn't care. I have no idea if that is what Harry asked Charles. But if he did, I think by now he knows. Charles doesn't care. Meghan knew that even a long time ago. No wonder she said in the Oprah interview, "I know you don't care about me or Archie. Just keep my husband safe." No wonder Meghan pleaded for Harry's sake on behalf of Harry. Because she knew the family never cared about her and Archie. Obviously, because of their race, my family. So my family, basically, having that knowledge in your mind, honestly, you tell me, do you think that Charles can be emotionally blackmailed by anyone? My family, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think he can be emotionally blackmailed because he just doesn't care about Harry, Meghan, and their kids. He just doesn't care. The man doesn't care about Harry, Meghan, and their kids. He doesn't care. And his actions, it proves he doesn't care. His actions proves that Charles doesn't care. Because my family, if you care about Archie LILIBET, you make an effort to be in their lives. Has Charles made that kind of an effort, my family? Has Charles made that kind of an effort to be in Harry and Meghan's kids' lives? My family, he hasn't. He hasn't. My family. If he did, he himself would ensure that Harry, Meghan, Archie LILIBET would have security if or whenever they come to the UK, if he cared. But the fact is, Charles does not care. He doesn't care. And my family, it is so sad. It is really, really so sad. You know? It is so sad to see that Charles is someone who doesn't care about, you know, Harry, about Meghan, about Archie, about LILIBET, Diana. And if Harry did indeed ask Charles, "Don't you want to see your grandkids anymore?" It tells me that Harry really wanted for Charles to be a part of Archie and LILIBET's lives. That is what my family I can learn. That is what I'm able to discern. That Harry did want for Charles to be a part of Harry, of Archie, and LILIBET's lives. But Charles doesn't care. So my family, you can't emotionally blackmail someone who doesn't care about you. You just can't. You just can't. You can't. My family. And speaking of emotions, my family, speaking of both emotions, I want to read you Prince Harry's words from his memoir, Spare, about basically showing emotions in the royal family. About how my family, they don't even like to show any kind of, you know, emotions. How they're distant with each other. And once again, I ask, can people who are distant towards each other, really, can someone like Charles be emotionally blackmailed, my family? My family, I don't think so. I don't think so, my family, even one bit. My family, hear exactly what Harry said in his memoir, Spare. And I quote, "As a royal, you were always taught to maintain a buffer zone between you and the rest of creation. Even working a crowd, you always kept a discreet distance between yourself and them. Distance was right. Distance was safe. Distance was survival. Distance was an important bit of being a royal. No less than standing on the balcony, waving to the crowds outside Buckingham Palace, your family all around you. Of course, family included distance as well. Family included distance as well. My family, how can anyone call Charles, the monarch, as a symbol of unity? When my family, even in the royal family, Harry tells us himself, they are not united. My family, they are normally distant really from each other. They are normally distant from each other. Harry tells us that, my family, in his memoir spare. Harry then says, no matter how much you might love someone, you could never cross that chasm between, say, monarch and child, or heir and spare, physically, but also emotionally. You know, my family, now I understand why William has been cruel towards Harry. He's been taught to be cruel. He was taught, my family. He was taught to be cruel. You know, they were taught to be distant from each other. You know, no wonder you can see that William and Charles, despite being, you know, Harry's brother and father, they couldn't care less about Harry being safe, or whether or not Harry is safe or not. They couldn't care less, you know, because they were taught to be distant from each other emotionally, even physically. You know, Harry then says this: it wasn't just Willie's edict about giving him space. The older generation maintained a nearly zero tolerance prohibition on all physical contact. No hugs, no kisses, no pats. Now and then, maybe a light touching of cheeks. On special occasions. Even that, on special occasions. My family, using Harry's own words, which my family, I like to form an opinion using what Harry has said. My family, do you think in your mind that Charles can be emotionally blackmailed? No, he can't. He can't. He can't, my family. They have been taught to be emotionally distant from each other, even physically distant from each other. You know? But my family, sadly, Meghan was accused of destroying the royal family. And my family, clearly, they've always been dysfunctional. Always. Always. You know, they have never been close to each other. Never. It was a creation of the UK media. That even William and Harry were close. You know, even I thought they were close, my family. Even I thought they were close. Until Harry told me the truth in his memoir spare. He and William were never ever close. Never. So my family, someone like Charles cannot be emotionally blackmailed. You know, my family, he cannot. He cannot. You know? My family, even hear this also as well. From Harry's memoir spare. And then our time was up. Pa and Camilla had another engagement. Royal life. Heavy, regimented, overscheduled, and so forth. I made a note to explain all this later to Meg. All this later to Meg. We all stood. Meg leaned towards Pa. I flinched. Like Willie, Pa wasn't a hugger. Thankfully, she gave him a standard British cheek to cheek, which he actually seemed to enjoy. My family, can Charles be emotionally blackmailed? from Harry's own words, using Harry's own words, form your opinion. Can Charles be emotionally blackmailed by Harry? My family, he cannot. He cannot. First of all, my family, someone who evicted Harry, Meghan, Archie, LILIBET from their own UK home has shown through actions he doesn't care about Harry and Harry's family, Meghan, Archie, LILIBET. They don't care about them. Charles doesn't care about them. If he cared, he would make an effort to be in their lives. He would ensure Harry and Meghan have security. He would ensure that my family UK media stop this smear campaign against Harry and Meghan. But someone, a father or a brother, that can sign off on a press assault of their son or their brother, someone like that, they can never ever be emotionally blackmailed because they don't care about you. And their actions have shown they don't care about Archie or even about LILIBET or Meghan or even Prince Harry himself. So my family, I can't stand that Charles is trying to paint himself as the victim. I can't stand that Charles is trying to paint himself as the victim after being named as one of the senior members of the royal family who had concerns about Archie's skin color. I can't stand seeing Charles paint himself as the victim in all this. He is not the victim. He is not the victim. He is not the victim. He is not. He is not the victim. Charles is not the victim. He is not the victim. It is Harry and Meghan were the victims. They've endured bullying, abuse, hounding. They're to flee the UK. They are fighting for security right now in court. So Harry can protect his family. So Harry can protect his kids. My family. Like a true father and husband, my family would do. That's what Harry is doing, protecting his family. So Charles ain't the victim here. Charles ain't the victim. William is not the victim. Kate is not the victim. Camilla is not the victim. Harry and Meghan are the victims. And it is sickening. My family, even Charles, keeps on using Harry as his own personal scapegoat, getting good press at the expense of Harry, to the detriment of Prince Harry. What he's doing is so wrong. My family, it's so wrong. That's why I keep saying again and again, Harry must never ever trust Charles. Meghan must never ever trust Charles, William, Kate, Camilla, or the UK media. Never. And they must protect themselves, their family, their marriage, their kids. My family, Harry and Meghan must always protect that. Because my family, the fam, Charles, William, Kate, Camilla, and the UK media, and their trolls who believe the lies being spread about Harry and Meghan, they won't stop trying to destroy Harry and Meghan's union. To destroy also the lives of Archie and LILIBET, who deserve to have both parents living under the same roof. The family doesn't want that. UK media don't want that, my family. They want Harry and Meghan separated. They want access to Prince Harry. They want to see Harry begging Charles, William, take him back. They want Harry back in the arms of his abusers. They want Harry to wine and dine with everyone who says something negative about Meghan Markle and about him. My family, may that never ever happen. May that never ever happen. May the family never ever succeed in destroying Harry and Meghan's union. Now you tell me your opinion of what we have just discussed, my family. God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, and also LILIBET and Doria Raglan, and all of you members of the squad at home. In my opinion, Charles cannot be emotionally blackmailed, because my family, if the guy can't follow orders of his own mother, can't respect his own mother, my family, how can he even basically be emotionally blackmailed? If the guy has, through actions, shown he doesn't care about Archie, LILIBET, and even about Meghan Markle or Harry, how can that person be emotionally blackmailed by people that he doesn't even care about? My family, you tell me your thoughts about that, kindly. I like to hear your opinion, family. And it's so sad. It's so sad that Charles doesn't even care about his own son. What about Megan or Archie or LILIBET? It's so sad. But my family, Harry and Meghan, basically, in their life, my family, they only need each other. You know, their family, Meghan, Harry, Archie, LILIBET, Doria, that is a real family. And Harry and Meghan must never allow anyone to destroy their own family. You know? And their family is Archie, LILIBET, Doria, Meghan, Harry. That's a real family. Never allow anyone else to destroy what you have, your family. Never let where you come from destroy the family that comes from you. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you, Ozone forever. I want to hear your opinion, family, on what we've just discussed kindly. I like to hear your opinion, family. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you, Ozone forever. And may God bless you all, my family. Hello, members of Scapegoat Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Scapegoat Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.